Have you ever walked into a room and instantly trusted someone you just met, or maybe felt uncomfortable around a person for no clear reason? It feels like a simple gut feeling, but in reality, your brain is making rapid judgments in just a few seconds before logic even gets involved. Most of what we call first impressions are actually automatic psychological shortcuts happening in the background. Your brain is constantly trying to save energy, so instead of analyzing every detail carefully, it depends on patterns and assumptions it has built over time. Psychologists call these mental shortcuts cognitive biases, and they quietly shape almost every decision you make without you realizing it. For example, when someone wears formal clothes, speaks confidently, or carries themselves with authority, your brain instantly connects those signals with intelligence, success, or trustworthiness. This is not because you logically confirmed anything, but because your mind is using past experiences to predict meaning in the fastest way possible. This is why branding, appearance, tone of voice, and even facial expressions have such strong influence over how we perceive others. In many cases, your emotional reaction comes first, and your logical reasoning only arrives later to justify what you already felt. One of the most powerful demonstrations of human obedience comes from psychological research conducted by Stanley Milgram. In his famous experiment, people were instructed to give electric shocks to another person whenever a wrong answer was given. Even when participants believed they were causing serious pain, many continued simply because an authority figure calmly told them to proceed. This revealed something deeply uncomfortable about human behavior. Under the influence of authority, people are often willing to go against their own moral instincts. Another strong force in human psychology is social proof. When we are unsure about something, we naturally look at what others are doing to decide what is correct. If a restaurant is crowded, we assume the food must be good. If a video has millions of views, we assume it must be worth watching. This behavior is rooted in survival instincts from ancient times, when following the group increased the chances of staying safe. Even today, this instinct quietly influences how we choose products, opinions, and even relationships. Modern technology has learned to use these psychological patterns very effectively. Social media platforms, for example, are designed around unpredictable rewards. Sometimes you receive likes, sometimes you don't. Sometimes a video is extremely entertaining, sometimes it is not. This uncertainty keeps your brain engaged because it keeps expecting a reward at any moment. That expectation triggers dopamine, which makes you keep scrolling even when you did not plan to. Over time, this creates a habit loop where attention becomes difficult to control. Even silence in conversations has psychological power. When someone stays quiet instead of reacting immediately, it creates subtle pressure in the interaction. Most people feel uncomfortable with silence and rush to fill it, often revealing more than they intended. This is why silence is often used in negotiations, interviews, and leadership situations. It creates space where the other person feels the need to respond, explain, or adjust their behavior. The important thing to understand is that none of these psychological effects mean your brain is weak or broken. In fact, these systems exist because they help humans function efficiently in a complex world. However, once you become aware of them, you start noticing how often your thoughts and decisions are influenced by invisible patterns. Awareness does not remove these effects completely, but it gives you a moment of control before reacting automatically. And that small moment of awareness is powerful, because when you begin to recognize how your brain is being influenced, you also begin to understand how to influence your own behavior in a better way. Your habits, confidence, fear, and motivation are not fixed traits. They are patterns shaped by repeated experiences. And when patterns can be shaped, they can also be changed.